How would you experience a play if it were performed in, say, a car or on a tennis court or on a city street? Well, you can find out at this year's Without Walls or WOW Festival. The three-day event is a series of experimental and immersive performances done outside the theater, where plays, music, and dance are done mostly on and around the UC San Diego campus. Here with a preview are my guest, founder of the Trip Theater Company, Joshua Brody, and Without Walls Festival producer, Marike Fitzgerald. And Marike, this is the second WOW Festival here in San Diego. How would you describe it to somebody who's never heard of theater without walls?
I would describe WOW as a program that's designed to take theater outside of the traditional theater space. It takes it into unique locations that really opens it up to different kinds of audience members to experiment with the form and really place the audience right in the middle of the action. And
we're actually looking at video from this where it seems like audiences participating actually in the event. Now, Joshua, the Trip Theater Company is doing an unusual production of Chekhov's Three Sisters for this festival. Tell us about that.
That's right. So we're doing a production of Chekhov's Three Sisters on a tennis court, and we're doing it overlooking the Torrey Pines Golf Course at the Scripps Research Institute around sunset. It's a big, beautiful, exuberant production of Chekhov, we think.
How interesting. And you've done site-specific productions before, including 3 plays and a tattoo shop. Why do you like doing plays in non-theater spaces?
So I think there are a number of things here. I think one of them is that in a non-traditional theater space, it breaks down an audience's expectations and the boundary between them, and they're able to maybe put aside some conservative ideas they may have and maybe more open to that kind of work. And I also think that there's something about an audience's willingness to engage and to be immersed. In our tattoo plays, someone was tattooed during the show, and I think you're gonna have less of that in Three Sisters, but I also think there's something beautiful about being there. You could never design a set like the sunset you're gonna get at the beginning of our production.
I see. And Marike, the La Jolla Playhouse artistic director, Christopher Ashley, says that last year's success of Without Walls shows that San Diegans have a big appetite for avant-garde theater like this. What types of experiences can people expect this year?
They can expect a variety of experiences, from immersive theater, like a production we have called Oho from Bricolage Production Company, which takes audiences onto a journey using various methods of transportation and explores the world of the senses, to site-specific dance performances from San Diego's Gene Isaac San Diego Dance Theater, to opera. The City Opera is doing an opera in a tree grove. We also have free family-friendly interactive activities on Family Day, October 10th.
So that's Saturday. Saturday is October for the kids. Now, you touched on this, Joshua, audience participation. How important is that when you're in this type of theater?
I think for some of the productions in WOW, it's going to be very important, and some audiences are really invited to participate. Ours, for example, is less about audience participation and more about being there in this inescapable fact of the court with us, and our company tends to be about energy and connecting with the audience, but not necessarily about, we're not going to ask you to jump up and play a point or serve or anything. I don't think it's going to be that kind of show.
Okay. And Marike, what does a WOW ticket actually get you? Can you wander from play to play? Are there free events that you can go to?
We do have tickets available for various different productions on our WOW Festival website, but you can also just come and experience a variety of free offerings throughout the weekend that do not need a ticket.
Why should someone go? If you're used to a traditional play, why should you go experience it this way?
This is not traditional theater. I think audiences are very often nowadays looking for experiences that are much more real-time, impulsive, interactive at times. And they really enjoy this kind of work where they get to take a part in it, they get to interact with it in new ways. And it's not necessarily a traditional theater goer that is often drawn to this work. So I think if you are looking for something to challenge yourself in terms of what kind of art you might be interested in, or some places to take your family for the weekend, there are a lot of opportunities to do that I think people will enjoy.
And Joshua, as we've said before, you've done this quite a bit. Who do you see in the audience? Do you see a wide range?
We really do. You know, we see people aged 11 to 100. We get a huge variety of audience, and audience who are drawn to it for different reasons. I think that people are going to come see this play who have said to themselves, oh, Chekhov is boring, and this is going to be the least boring Chekhov you've ever seen. And I think that some audience members come looking for that kind of radical experience, that really enjoyable experience.
It challenges them a bit. All right, yeah. Joshua Brody and Marike Fitzgerald, thanks very much. I want to let folks know that with the Without Walls Festival is at and around the La Jolla Playhouse on the UCSD campus and runs through Sunday. More information at kpbs.org.